morning, good morning. What's going on? Just looking at Tesla here. We did see looks like some sort of news coming out having an adverse effect on the price. I'm not trading it, but I'm just interested in the daily charts for more of a long-term position. Yeah, SPY's dropping as well, and the whole market was the SPY at least was extended. Tesla was not one of those tech stocks that was ripping with the SPY the past couple of months. I wonder how low this can go, or is this going to be pricing at a bottom soon? Anyways, we do have VVPR this morning. Any of you guys are trading pre-market? VVPR. Yeah, my average price on Tesla on my long-term position is 165, so I come back in the red now. I wonder if I should consider cutting it and then just maybe seeing if it goes lower, or if I just let it ride. But I mean, I don't know, this could go down to 150. I just don't feel like bag holding a red position, but whatever. It's not that much. I don't have that much in it. Whoops, what the hell happened here? All right, AINC. Someone's calling that AINC. Let's see here. Need my dash trader up. Tesla, if you're going to bag hold, that's true. It is Tesla. Yeah, I don't I don't doubt that we'll see it on Tesla. Like, it's a good chance we're gonna break back up towards 200 at some point. But you know, the daily chart, the thing is, like, on the larger time frame, I don't know, we could see another, I don't know, maybe we can come all the way down to 100 again. I have no idea. I don't have experience trading large caps too much, so who knows? I don't have that much in it, so it's not really worth worrying about. So yeah, VVPR was the main one here pre-market so far. Vivo Power shares are trading higher after the company announced Tembo subsidiary announced it will merge with NASDAQ-listed Cactus Acquisition Corp. Okay, so it looks like its subsidiary company is merging with another company, which is NASDAQ-listed Cactus Acquisition Corp. Cactus Acquisition Corp. CCTS. So it looks like this is the acquisition company that's going to acquire that other VVPR's subsidiary company. I don't know if that is a good catalyst. I'm not sure if that's a good catalyst. Here's another news article. Vivo Power announced its Tempo's, okay, no, it's the same thing, to enter agreement to negotiate to consummate a business combination agreement to merge with Cactus upon closing a business combination expected to remain, okay, under the name Tembo Group. Okay, I don't know. I don't think that's a good catalyst, but it's moving pretty well. 150 up to 562 so far. Not bad, not bad. This one does have a history of making moves. I mean, I've traded it before. It did have a recent reverse split, so the float's pretty small. We've traded this in the past here. I know we've traded this in the past. I don't remember when, though. Let's see if it can show any trades, previous trades. This is another thing that TD Ameritrade or Charles Schwab can fix, is sometimes this thing does not work. Show trades button, sometimes that doesn't work. But yeah, so VVPR, we'll take a look here at the dilution tracker. This one already dumping below VWAP. Hopefully, you know, we don't fade too far lower, because if we go any lower than this, let's say we break below 4 and start fading and fading and fading like this, the chances of it coming back over 5 or testing highs is going to get lower and lower. So I want to see price kind of hold this level, maybe even start to curl. And then at the open, we could see maybe a squeeze through the high. Let's take a look here at the dilution tracker. Hopefully everyone's doing great today. It's a fresh day, new day. If you're going to back hold, okay, no, green to red move. Yeah, green to red move. VVPR here. Let me turn on this here so you guys can see me. 1.87 million share float, so you know, very nice low float, significantly lower than the stock yesterday. So, and that definitely is already showing itself with a different type of price action. You can tell this move here is a lot different than the price action we got on yesterday's stock, which I already forget what I traded yesterday. So I honestly have no idea. Was it 80 TX maybe? I forget. Yeah, I usually the next day I already forget the stock that I traded yesterday. I think that's usually how traders work, is like whatever's in the past is in the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Okay, let me change this here. I'm all over the place here. This is not showing the right thing. Okay, there we go. Audio is good. Okay. Thing felt like 50 million. Yeah, it felt like a 50 million share float. It was like around a 10 million share float, I think, 10 or 15. But yeah, it traded a lot different than this move here, and this is a 1 million share float. So you know, there's different types of price action that can happen with different types of floats. But because the float was bigger, though, on that other stock, the liquidity is a lot, I guess, thicker. Or, you know, you're able to get in and out with bigger share size because there's more shares on the market, which can allow for bigger share size without any slippage. That's a positive of trading a stock that has a little bit of a bigger float than a 1 million share float. 1 million share float, you know, it may move really fast, but you know, trying to get filled 5,000 shares on this move, you're probably going to see slippage, either, you know, getting in or getting out, because there's only 1.8 million shares available to buy and sell. But it moves, but on the flip side, it does move a lot faster than the other, you know, the other type of stock. But so far, you know, seeing that move that I want to see, you know, a nice, you know, starting to creep back up. You know, I don't want it to start to fade here under VWAP, because then this could still be in play for that break through the high. But yeah, I don't see any I don't know, it does have a registered at the markets $1 million ATM capacity. I'm not sure if it's going to come into play. It's been, you know, on the market there for, or registered for, what, 3 years? 2.5 years? Hey, we got a new subscriber, Bennett Charles. Welcome to the tribe, the Triad Trading Tribe. Happy to have you on board. Anyways, yeah, we have ATM registered. It's been on the market though for 3 years. I'm not sure if that's going to even come into play today. Looks like they terminated the equity line. They have a shelf. Eventually, I'm going to. How much is premium? Let me take a look at premium. If it's only a couple dollars, it might be worth it. Because that's good knowledge to have. How many are left? Capacity. So you could get some dilution at some point on this stock. It does show that there is registered at the market or shelf. Let's see, managed subscription. Let's see here. No, pricing, there it is. $50 a month. Billed annually. $50 a month. I don't know. $50, I guess that's like a scratch trade. It's worth it. Maybe I should just get the free trial first and then see how it is. And see if it helps. The only benefit I would see from knowing the exact information is that maybe you'd have a better idea of if that's dilution is going to come into play or if the warrants are going to come into play by knowing the amount. And that, if you can avoid getting caught in something in a dilution, that could save you thousands of bucks or more. So what else do we have here? VVPR. We have TPET, penny stock. I'm not a big fan of penny stocks unless they're looking to break over $1. Looks like we're going to have some resistance here at 38. Maybe 32. Well, it looks like right here, we're already seeing resistance, 30, 57. Yeah, look at that, perfectly coincides. Let's take a look at the news here. Trio Petroleum shares trading higher. Company announced it borrowed $125,000 from the CEO in connection with delivered an unsecured subordinated promissory note. Yeah, I don't really like it. TPET, not going to be for me. I just don't think that's it for me. AINC, I don't see any news. I don't think. Oh wait, no, here's news. Ashford shares are trading higher. The company announced they were approved for a reverse stock split and delisting strategy. Its delisting strategy is causing a crazy move in the stock price, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of strange for me. Maybe these investors are getting hopeful that it's not going to get delisted. So it looks like there's going to be a reverse split at some point on this thing. AINC, it already has a crazy low float, so what the heck? How, is this going to be like a micro float? 2.3 million share float. Unless it already did the split. I do see a gap there. Let me see here. Let me take a look at the news a little deeper. Let's pull this up. Whoops. Let's take a look here. Ashford acceptance by Nicey. I don't think it did the reverse split yet, but it proves a reverse stock split. But I'm not sure how. The float's going to be like 300,000 shares or like 500,000 shares, but that's already 2.3 million share float. I don't think this was the reverse stock split, but this thing's going to be mega, like a micro nano. It's going to be like a nano float. So this might be good to watch in the future after it does have that reverse stock split, because we know that these small cap companies, after they do the reverse stock split, the float's a lot lower, and then they publish news maybe a day later or a couple days later, and that new float reacts to that news catalyst, and the stock goes flying, and all the shorts that were in that have borrowed shares for the short side are getting squeezed. So this thing might be something to watch after the reverse stock split, and we could see a potential mega move. And it looks like it's primed for like some sort of bounce here. I mean, it already sold off from 28 all the way down to $1.91. So we're already seeing a little bit of a bounce, but I don't think today is going to be the big move. I think after the reverse stock split, and then the day that they publish news, this thing could potentially go bananas, because of the float's going to be like 500,000 shares. So keep this one on watch, maybe on a side chart just for the next couple of days. I look for after the reverse stock split for a news catalyst, then maybe that'll be the day that it goes maybe a couple 100% or more. But VVPR looks like it might be the one today. For the main one, VVPR for today, back over VWAP, kind of following that same idea that I want to see, curling action back towards the high, back over VWAP. I don't want to see a fade. I want to see a curl, because you might see that squeeze through the high. Let's take a look here at potential resistance levels. So let's take a look here. We're at what, 460? So we topped out at what, 520 something? 562? So we're already up here. So we're likely going to get some resistance there at 6, a little over 6. Previous support, now resistance. So that's what I'm looking at there for a potential resistance level. Previous support. Okay, broke down, now it's resistance. Come back up and test, reject. Back up and test, reject. Back up and test, reject. So this is an inflection point. So this is going to be some resistance here. And then I could kind of say right here as well. This one's a little bit more tougher to see, but we had some support, kind of a support bounce here, support bounce there, breakdown under, reject, and then continue lower. Could be another resistance point. Now we're getting up into levels where it's likely not going to hit. Over 10. Do I think this is going over 10? Probably not. I wouldn't be surprised though. I mean, VVPR is a monster. I've traded this before. I think, look at this move, like $2 all the way up to 14. This is back in 2021 though. So it was a different type of market back then. Maybe I'd be surprised to see if this thing even tests the highs. I'd be surprised. ADTX, someone's calling out ADTX. Okay, this one's doesn't look terrible. Do we have news on it? ADTX to buy biopharmaceutical company Apili Therapeutics for an undisclosed amount. So acquisition. I'm not a big fan of acquisition news, but it seems to be reacting kind of well. I'll keep it on the side chart, but the main one I'm going to watch here at the open is going to be VVPR. Right around the same price range, so let's take a look at the volume differences. VVPR is a little bit of a better volume profile than ADTX. There's another reason why I'm going to focus on a VVPR. They have the same spread though, same liquidity it seems like. but VVPR maybe has slightly more volume, slightly better liquidity maybe. I mean, this candle turned what, 170,000, 80 TX. If you take a look at the volume, I mean, in the recent areas, it's only like 50,000. Here's one candle with 100,000, and then back here you have what, 200,000, which is pretty good. VVPR at the peak back here was 500,000, so still, you know, significantly larger. So I think VVPR might see the most action here at the open. But those are just my thoughts, you know. Those are my thoughts. You know, this thing could obviously just dump. This thing could do something like that, and you know, it could, you know, completely be watching the wrong stock. But you know, you gotta be prepared for anything. Anything. That's, you know, being a trader, you gotta be prepared for anything and be willing to pivot at the flip of a coin, at the drop of a hat. You need to be willing to just throw everything else out the window. You know, throw this stock out the window and focus on something else, and adapt and change. You know, they'll always be changing, always be adapting, because the market is always, you don't want to be the last one to the party. You don't want to be the last one to the party. I mean, there's some days at the open where I have no idea. There's so many things moving. I'm going through this stock and then going through that stock and this stock, flipping through all these stocks, trying to find the right one. You know, gotta be willing to pivot at any point. But we got 2 minutes here to the open. Hopefully you guys get green. If you guys are new, consider subscribing. I've been doing these pre-market live streams every single day just to kind of review the watch list and the scanner for you guys and interact with the community. So if you get any value out of this, definitely consider subscribing. Also hit that thumbs up button for me. And if we see something nice, I will definitely make a recap later today. So stay calm, cool, and collected. Stay disciplined. Make sure one day never breaks your career. Longevity is key. Marathon mindset is key. And practice for sure. So, you know, don't beat yourself up for trading small size. You got to think long term, long term. You know, I remember there's years I traded with 10 shares. So, you know, don't think that you're anything less for trading small size, because you know, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, you'll be a $1 million trader for sure. If you keep putting in the work and keep practicing. It's all about the screen time. So good luck. Hope you guys get green. And I'll see you guys later today. Stay disciplined.